Sorry. I'm aware I missed the weekend again. I'm fearful this is going to turn into a habit. Anywho, I haven't had... Let me just grab this right quick. I haven't had the PS4 nearly long enough yet to do a video on the PS4. I'm going to need more games to play. That's pretty much what happened. Like, when I got the Xbox One, I got a whole bunch of games, played them, enjoyed them, and then I thought, alright, let's talk about the Xbox One. With the PS4, all I've really been playing on it is Uncharted. Now, I did borrow some games from Enoch, and I tested them out, and I have played 3 big exclusives for the PS4 that I really wanted to play, and after playing them, I don't want to play them anymore. So what we're going to do right now is, instead of me talking about the PS4, I'm just going to talk about these PS4 exclusives games to basically tell you guys what I think of them. Now, I understand that, you know, given the nature of what I usually do, there are going to be some Jimmys rustled. But you know what? That's not the purpose of the video. If you get mad at me, that's your fucking fault. I'm talking about a video game. I'm not talking about your mother. I'm not talking about your sister. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a video game. Calm the fuck down. So let's start off with the easy one, the easy target, the one that a lot of people aren't going to be like, well, Brett, the Order 1886. Shit. I started playing this game, and initially my first thoughts were, wow, this is pretty. Kiki, do you have to eat your food while I'm talking? Psst. Kiki. I don't need a bunch of munching in my video. Thank you. My first thoughts with the Order 1886 was, this is actually really pretty. The story, the world, the characters are all actually very interesting. I find myself wanting to know what's going on down in jolly old London. But when it gives you control of the character, I cried a little bit, because I'm like, wow, this is contrived. And I saw another YouTuber, which I like to watch, who compared it to another game. Now, before I say this person's name, don't anybody go, oh, Brett's talking shit on a YouTuber, because I don't do that anymore. In fact, I have really bit my tongue about responding to another YouTuber who basically called my channel shit. If that person is watching, fuck you. But this other YouTuber who I like, and I like his content, there's no ill will in saying this, this other YouTuber, the 7th level, basically compared the Order 1886's gameplay, like gunplay, to Gears of War. Now, I played all the Gears of Wars, and the Gears of War series takes a big fat dump on the Order 1886. That's not fanboyism talking. That is straight up 100% truth. The Order 1886's gameplay is fucking dog shit. When it gives you control of your character, it's so contrived. Like, in Gears of War, you have full mobility, swapping out different weapons, aiming and shooting, all that jazz, taking cover, dodge rolling, roadie running. I mean, in the Order, it just feels clunky as all hell. And it's really fucking, I can't put my finger on it, but it's just really fucking annoying trying to play this game. I kind of rage quit. Maybe it was the second shootout. I just got so pissed off because I died like 9 times to these assholes that would just sprint at me with a shotgun. And I do not like the gameplay whatsoever. I feel like the Order 1886 will be a game that I buy very, 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 very cheap just to collect it. I don't have any intentions of playing it. I'll watch a fucking walkthrough of the cutscenes on YouTube to get the story, because I don't care to play it. When it comes down to games, I want to play them. Gameplay is important. I've always been a guy who's like, gameplay and story, gameplay and story. If the story is good enough, I will trudge through really bad gameplay. But there's a difference between bad gameplay and contrived gameplay. For instance, let's see. I have 2 games I'm staring at right now. Sniper Ghost Warrior and Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Sniper Ghost Warrior has contrived gameplay. Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 has bad gameplay. There's my example for you guys. I don't know what else I could use as an example of what I mean when I say that the gameplay is just bad. The Order 1886 is a disappointment. I thought it looked really neat, and like, you know, shooting a few Lycans was cool, but most of the time I was just shooting at fucking dudes. And, oh man. I like the characters. I like Galahad. I like the smart ass female character. I can't remember her name. I like the setting. I like that just London architecture with steampunk overtones. It's all really, really pretty, but really, really pretty shit is still shit. And so I find that the Order 1886 is a major disappointment. If you haven't played the Order 1886, then you probably don't know what I mean. If you have played it and you're going, oh, you're crazy, Brett, that's a great game, you need to get out more and play more video games. Because I've played a lot of different games that have a lot of different gameplay styles. I've played really restrictive turn-based RPGs. I've played hack-and-slash RPGs. I've played hack-and-slash games. I've played, God, so many shooters. And when I play the Order 1886, it just makes me think, I can wait for Gears. I can wait for Gears of War 4, and I don't need to play this shit, because it's fucking garbage. The Order 1886 is a bad fucking video game. Plain and simple. If you like the Order 1886, that's great, but it's not very good. It's not very good at all. We're going to do a jump cut for the next game, because I'm probably going to talk about it a little bit more. Camera, I probably shifted it. It's probably, not where it was. I'm sorry. The next game, I almost fell over. I had bad balance. I don't even drink, and I had bad balance. The next game that I played for the PlayStation 4, this one is what I would consider still an easy target. But I don't know how people will respond to this. I loved this franchise back in the day. Playing the first two games was an experience. The first one was on PS2, and it was glorious. I loved every minute of it. The second game on PS3 blew my mind. The graphics, the gameplay, the characters, everything was spot on. And then the third game happened, and it was kind of shit. It had its high points, but most of it was bare bones low points. Kiki, you're making more noise in my video. Sorry. The third game wasn't very good, and I had hoped that the fourth game in the series, which is on PlayStation 4, would be good. Kiki, fuck off. Go away. Go away. Fucking jingly bastard. Or bitch, depending on how you view it. I thought the fourth game would be pretty good. But my problem with the fourth game is that it's fucking boring. It's boring as shit. Now, what game am I talking about? I'm talking about Killzone Shadowfall. Shooters are important. With a shooter, it's important that you know what you're trying to do. If you're trying to tell a story in a shooter, there's ways to go about it. You can have cutscenes and gameplay. You can sometimes mesh them together just a little bit. But when you have long sections of me doing fucking nothing, and then you have sections of what I would call very boring shooting, and then you have really bad fucking puzzles, I just don't feel like playing your stupid fucking game anymore. I played Killzone Shadowfall up until the point where I was on this space station, and very briefly it got Dead Space-like, and I was like, ooh, is this going to get really creepy? Is there monsters? No, there's no fucking monsters. There's more fucking hellgas. Which I don't mind shooting hellgas, but don't trick me, alright? I rage quit Killzone Shadowfall at the giant cylinder room puzzle where you gotta drag fucking things around and activate shit, and it's just... Stop doing first-person shooter puzzles. Everyone. Everyone. Your puzzle in a first-person shooter should consist of finding a key card, or, like in Serious Sam, activating relics, or some shit like that. Because when I'm playing a first-person shooter, I'm not playing a first-person adventure game, a first-person puzzle game, a first-person whatever. I'm playing a first-person shooter. I want to fucking aim my gun and shoot people. That's what I want. That's what the first 3 games actually gave me. Even Killzone 3 had a bad story, but it's a shooter. And as long as the gameplay is okay, I'll give it a fucking pass. The third game, god-awful story, great shooting, great little levels. I enjoyed it a fuck ton. And it's got split screen. I can play with a friend. But Killzone Shadowfall? Fucking boring. You spend the entire first level as a child, and it's basically just the game jerking itself off. We all know these sequences. We had one in fucking Skyrim. Stop doing these sequences. There is nothing that kills my mood for a game faster than a long, prolonged sequence of me doing fuck all. Oh, look at the pretty graphics. Oh, look at everybody getting up in my face. Oh, look at the water on my dad's face. Oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be a little kid in the game. I want to be a fucking grown man. Give me a damn gun. Let me shoot some fucking hell gas. Some space Nazis. But no, this game does that entirely too much. Even when I'm finally the fucking Shadow Marshal, it's got another prolonged section before I even get my guns. And even when I do get my guns, they've got no fucking ammo. And I have another long, prolonged section where I've got to go find my fucking ammunition. And when I finally do have ammunition, and I do have guns, the first place they set me in is this fucking open area where I've got to keep hitting a fucking button every time to know where my objectives are, to know what I'm supposed to do to progress the level. That's not to say that I don't want open levels in shooters. I look forward to Doom, and I've heard Doom has like branching whatever. But shooters, like for instance, the first level of Killzone Shadowfall should have been what the game Final Fantasy 13 looked like all the time. Big open areas to explore. While Final Fantasy 13's fucking hallways should be the way that Killzone Shadowfall's levels were. I don't like using the term corridor shooter because people put a negative annotation on that. But really, shooters should be corridor shooters. I don't give a fuck about, oh, well, I've got to find my objective, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. If I want to explore, there's other types of games I can explore in. With a shooter, I want to progress and shoot enemies. I look over here at my shelf at some of these games, like some of them have very bad level design, some of them have very good level design. I would say that games like Halo, like the earlier Halos, like 1 and 2, I would say that's bad level design. And I know people are going to lynch me for that, but I think by Halo 3 they got the design down. You have your hallways and your tunnels, but at least open areas, but there's always like one way in and one way out, and I don't get fucking lost. That's the thing. And when I'm sitting in Killzone Shadowfall, and I'm pressing the objective marker, and even the objective marker won't fucking come up so I know where to go to progress, I'm just running around the same fucking shitty tiny forest. It looks big, but it's not when you run around it for an hour. Tiny forest with fucking 3 or 4 mobs of hellgas, and I'm just like, this is not fun. I finally made it through that, and I thought, alright, sweet, we got a space station, and it got a little bit Dead Spacey, and then the whole fucking thing fell apart. I fucking hated it. I hate Killzone Shadowfall. Is the camera still recording? Because we're about to go into the third game. Let's see. Yeah, I got a minute left. I fucking hate Killzone Shadowfall. If you like it, that's good, but I'll just play Killzone 2. I do look forward to one day getting that handheld one. What is that one? Killzone Mercenary? I want to play that. But for now, Killzone Shadowfall fucking sucks. And there's no getting around it. That's 2 out of 3 of the exclusives that I fucking hate. So what's the third one? We're going to jump cut, and I will tell you. Camera's shaking a little bit. Apologies. This third game is what I would call the big one. This third game is the one where people are going to get fucking pissed off at me. This third game is the one that has a big fan base, which I'm kind of part of, and people are going to get mad because I'm being honest. I told you to go away. She's very annoying. She drives me crazy, real quick, aside from the games. She'll sleep with me all night, like if I'm up in the living room sleeping on the couch, she'll sleep with me all night, and then she gets fucking hungry in the mornings. Drives me crazy. This third game, it's not a bad game. Not entirely. But I fucking don't like it. So, how to approach this. I've played all the other games. I've beaten all the other games. I like all the other games. Well, it's technically the third one, but it's got a 2 in its name. You probably can figure out which series I'm going for in just a minute. It's the least favorite, but I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed the combat. The story was balls, but all of them have balls stories. I don't play these games for a story, really. I play these games to explore and fight monsters. But this game on the PS4, fucking hate it. I hate it because they messed with the gameplay. They changed something, and I don't like playing it. And I know that when I explain this, there are going to be people that want to like manipulate what I say, so I'm going to try to deter that right now. I'm talking about Bloodborne. I don't like Bloodborne because I fucking hate the combat. And before you say, well, you're just mad because you can't hide behind your shield anymore, let me elaborate upon that real quick. In Souls games, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, you have a shield. You have a sword or an axe or some melee weapon, but you always have a shield. You can be one of those brave people that dual wields or one of those people that flings magic and dodges, whatever. But most of us like to have a shield. And there's a term called turtling up and hiding behind the shield. That's what you do sometimes. If you get into a bad situation, you do that. But here's how I play the Souls games. I have my health bar and my stamina bar. My stamina bar, it can deplete, it can regenerate, it's fine. My health bar, though, is very important to me, especially in a game like Dark Souls, the first one, where you have very limited health, very limited health items. Dark Souls 2, I can spam light gems all day. Demon Souls, I can spam Dark Moon Grass or any of that other stuff that I farm. But in Dark Souls, I think the most I ever had in a game, I think the most you could get was 20 or 25 Estus. And that sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's not. I would have my shield. And people say, oh, you're hiding behind your shield. That's not what I do in these games. In Dark Souls, or in any Souls game, what I do is I hold my shield up and I go towards an enemy. And I'm very reactionary in these games. I don't just fling myself into combat and fight. No. I hold my shield up and I let that enemy hit my shield at least once. Why? Because when they hit my shield and I see how much stamina depletes, I know from that moment forward whether or not I'm going to be able to take this enemy. If they hit me and all my fucking stamina goes away, I'm like, oh shit, I need to back up and go somewhere else first. If they hit me and take a little bit of my stamina, I'm like, they're not that bad. And then what I do is I use the shield strategically, not just to defend myself, but to memorize movesets. Because in the Souls games, it's very important to memorize movesets. You need to know when they're attacking, when you can stun them, when you can parry them, all these different things. And with the shield, I can do that effectively. In Bloodborne, I don't have a fucking shield. So here's my experience with Bloodborne. I see an enemy. I'm like, okay. I go to attack the enemy. I have no shield, so I have to be aggressive and shit. He whacks me, takes 3/4 of my health. I'm like, oh fuck, and I die. Okay? I die. Now, that's not every encounter, but Souls games and Bloodborne love to throw like one bitch enemy somewhere just to fuck your shit up. And in the past, I could shield up and I could defend and I'd be like, oh, this guy's tough, I need to back off. But in Bloodborne, I can't memorize movesets. I can't strategically approach enemy encounters. I just have to throw myself in there like some kind of ADD retard and swing my fucking weapon around. It's horrible. This is not Devil May Cry. This is not God of War. This is a fucking Souls game. I don't care if the name is Bloodborne. It's a Souls game. Why do they have this combat system? Fuck, I forgot. They have this combat system because people bitched. Oh, people are hiding behind the shield. It's a shield. It's supposed to defend you, you fucktard. Oh, people are backstabbing. I don't like backstabbing, so why don't we change backstabbing? So you have to charge your fucking attack and pray to hit him, and then if you hammer the fucking R1 button, you might get the critical or a visceral. I hate Bloodborne's gameplay because it's an example of them fucking with a formula that didn't need to be fucked with. Imagine if all of a sudden you've played every game in the series and they changed something drastically. That will never happen for fucking Call of Duty. There's a reason Call of Duty keeps its fucking formula the same. It's because people enjoy it. They like playing that shit. And when you change a fucking formula, you fuck up the whole thing. There are new people that like Bloodborne. There are old veterans that like Bloodborne. But I'm one of the people that says Bloodborne fucking sucks. It's not a bad game, but I don't fucking like it. Why? Because the gameplay, the combat, there's no rhyme, there's no reason. It's just jump in and fucking attack. And of course, if you get hit and you hit them back, you can whack them all back and forth and replenish your health. But it's not fucking fun. I don't find any enjoyment out of it. I find it to be very tedious, I find it to be very boring, and I find it to be fucking frustrating when I'm sitting there trying to explore the world and fight monsters, and I just get fucking wrecked because I can't shield, I can't defend myself. I mean, fuck, even God of War has a block button. They fucked with the formula, and I hate Bloodborne. I played a little bit of it with my buddy Jason M, and we went all the way up to, I think, What boss was it? I think the last boss we fought was some witch bitch that kept summoning monsters. No, there were 2 of them, actually. The bosses are frustrating, and honestly, there's really not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. There wasn't a lot of rhyme or reason to the old games either, but still, I don't like Bloodborne. I don't. I find everything about it, but its gameplay, to be very good. I like the gothic architecture, the H.P. Lovecraftian tones. I like the horror aspects of it. It's very creepy. It's very dark. It's very foreboding. But when I get into combat and I start whacking enemies, I find myself just completely and utterly detached. And I think the DLC has a shield, and everybody probably be like, well, just play it until you get to the DLC to get the shield weapon. I'm not going to play a whole fucking game I don't enjoy to try to get to a part that I might enjoy. I don't do that shit. If I'm not enjoying the game at the moment, I don't want to play more of the game. Like right now, I'm going through Uncharted 3, and I am dragging myself through that game because I hate Uncharted 3. Uncharted 2 is the best fucking one. Remember that. How much time do I have left? 18 seconds. I'm glad I fucking checked. Through Uncharted 3, and I don't like it. Uncharted 3 has a terrible story. It's got horrible set pieces that have no rhyme or reason again. And I don't enjoy it. I love Uncharted 1 and I love Uncharted 2. I played both of them on the PS4. I watched all their cutscenes. I enjoyed them so much. And when they got to Uncharted 3, I started, I think about towards the Burning Mansion, I started skipping cutscenes. Because I don't enjoy it as much as those other ones. And it's not like it's a different formula or anything. In that instance, it's just a bad story and really contrived and repetitive set pieces. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to Hyperbit Heroes channel and the Gaming Brit Show and watch their videos on Talbot, the enemy from Uncharted 3. And just watch the Gaming Brit Show talk about Uncharted 3. Because Uncharted 3 fucking sucks. But with going back to Bloodborne... They fucked up the formula. I don't like the gameplay. And if you like the gameplay, that's fine. There's a big difference between somebody saying, oh, I like Killzone Shadowfall, or I like the Order 1886. There's a big difference between that and saying, oh, I like Bloodborne. If you like Bloodborne, that's fine. If you can get into it, hey, you know what? More power to you. Have your hacky slashy fun. But don't say that I need to get good, or I'm just mad because I can't hide behind my shield, because it was never about hiding behind my shield. It was about react and attack. React and attack. I don't do that aggressive shit in these games because these games are difficult. They're persistent. They're methodical. I explore slowly. I hold my shield up, and if I'm summoned, I got my guy behind me. I'm like, you just hang back, let the Phantom do the work. But in Bloodborne, I can't do that. I find it to be extremely, extremely disappointing. Not only that, but I wish that the Souls series would fucking get a clue when it comes down to co-op. Bloodborne has a password system, which is fine and dandy. I can just summon who I want when I want. But the fact that when I summon help, some bitch, some stupid AI-controlled woman spawns in my world and starts ringing another bell to summon an invader, that's horse-shit. I don't like invaders. I have never liked invaders. Since the fucking first game, I've sat and said, I wish they'd just give me an option to opt out of invasions. And I know people are like, but invasions are part of the game. There are a lot of different things that are part of games that you may or may not want to take part in. Hell, the Call of Duty series lets you opt out of the really violent content. Okay? I know I keep referencing Call of Duty. I do it just to annoy you. There are parts of games you don't want to take part in. Every single one of us has played a shooter and didn't bother with the fucking multiplayer. Every one of us has played a co-op game and never bothered with PvP. I don't want to PvP. I don't want to fight some fucking 13-year-old that's played the game for 40 hours straight and knows what the fuck they're doing. I have a social life, and occasionally I have to work so I can eat. I can't memorize this game the way these little faggots can. I don't want to PvP. And yet the Souls games keep forcing it on me. That's why I like playing Dark Souls 2 now, because since Bloodborne came out and Scholar of the First Sin came out for PS4 and Xbox One, there's literally like nobody else on the old Souls games. Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 are pretty much ghost towns at this point, and I fucking love that. As long as they stay up with the servers, I will play those, because I enjoy playing with my friends. I do not enjoy playing with fucking random assholes that want to invade me and kill me. And in Bloodborne, it's like, oh, you want to play with your buddy? Well, guess what? We're gonna have you invaded. You wanted to have fun? No, we're gonna have you invaded. For the love of God, Dark Souls 3, please just give me an option to co-op. Now, whether that, like, I'd love it if I could just make a co-op campaign that me and my buddy could jump into and never be separated from. Like, we explore the whole thing. Sure, if he dies, I have to re-summon him into the world or something. But as long as we're both in the game, we can play through the whole game one fucking time instead of this back and forth shit I've had to do for every fucking game. We can play through the game one fucking time and have fun. But I would love it if I could opt out of the invasions. I don't invade either. Please don't even, because I have never, ever invaded. I don't do that shit, because I would be hypocritical if I'm like, I don't like invasions, and I did it to somebody else. One time I accidentally got pulled into somebody else's world, because I was playing Dark Souls, and I had no idea what the fucking Dark Moon ring would do to me, and I had joined the Covenant, and I was like, I don't know what this is going to do. And it pulled me into somebody else's world. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm in someone else's world. I basically hid. I was like, I didn't know how to get out. I was new. And I think I was hiding in the chamber of whatever that big-titted bitch's name is. I was hiding in her chamber. And I think that dude got invaded by somebody else and they killed him. But I didn't do it, because I don't do that shit. I hate invasions. And that's one thing about Bloodborne that really pisses me the fuck off, is if I want to co-op, I'm going to have some fucking asshole come into my world to kill me. It's not fun. I don't want to take part in it. Don't say I need to get good or I'm a casual, because I've played every single one of these fucking games by myself and beaten every single one of them by myself. Alright? I just want to play with my friends. And these games are hard to play with your friends, because every single one of these fucking Japanese weeaboo motherfuckers thinks, oh, well, if you want to play our game, we're going to need you to be in PvP. I don't want a PvP. Put a fucking arena in the game, and then give me the option in the menu setting, create a character, password. Do you want people invading you to kill your ass? No. And I'll be fucking happy. I'll buy your fucking game brand new, $60 fucking dollars. I got Call of Duty Black Ops 3 brand new because I could co-op. I want to play these games with my friends, not get fucking killed. So, I think I've ranted enough about that shit. I don't like Bloodborne, I don't like Killzone, and I don't like the Order 1886. Come at me, Sony ponies.